Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you something that is a must-have in your closet. Look, this simple garment will be very useful for this coming autumn and also for summer. It could be a cover-up or it can simply be a vest. You can wear it either with an spaghetti straps t-shirt top, or you can wear it with a turtleneck sweater under it, and you can use it in both seasons. So I think it's perfect. You can make it in different colors and you can choose and you will decide the length of the vest. But well, let's start. I will give you the material list. Well, I will make this vest in a standard size. So for this size, I use 400 grams of this fine material in this color. Look at the weight. So I think it's number between 2 and 3, right? At the end, I use 50 grams extra for the shoulders in a different colors because I didn't have enough and left from this color. So that's why I use beige and a crochet hook of number 3.5 according how you crochet. Well, for this standard size vest, I'm going to start making chains with one thread and with my hook. I will make them and I will tell you exactly how many I made, but it has to be the width of your hip. Look, at the end, I made 100 chains. I will measure them so you can have a reference. So I made 100 chains, so are 50 centimeters. Well, after the 100 chains, we are going to make 2 chains more. We will count 3, and in the 4th, we are going to insert our hook. And right there, we will start making double crochet. And we are going to make 1 double crochet in each chain. Look exactly where I insert the hook. As you could see, I took and I insert the hook like leaning. So it's important that you took all the stitches the same. Well, as you could see, I made the whole row with double crochet. At the end, turn around, we will go up with 3 chains. And now we are going to continue making double crochet, but we are going to alternate and we are going to insert the hook once in the back and once we are going to place it in front, like this. It's like if we were making an elastic. So like this, we are going to alternate the whole row. Okay? Look, at the end of the row, we will have something like this. Turn around, we will go up with 3 chains. And now we are going to continue with the stitch as it goes. If we place the hook in the back, we will again place the hook in the back. And if we took the hook in front, well, we will continue placing it in front. Well, here so far we have 3 rows. Now we will continue with the second part of the stitch. We will go up with 3 chains. Well, first for the edge, we will continue the next 3 stitches the same. We will follow the stitch as it goes. Also taking the stitches in relief, making double crochet and 3. So we are going to respect. So this will be for the edge. So we made 3 double crochet and with the first 3 chains we will 4. Then 2 chains, we will skip 1 and in the second right there we will make a double crochet. Then 2 chains, again we will skip 1 and in the second double crochet. Well, at the end of the row you will finish again with 4 double crochet in relief. So we will respect the stitch as it goes. So here I have 2, 3, and 4. And again we will repeat. At the end of the row we will turn around, we will go up with 3 chains. And now we will make the stitches of the edge. So here we have 1, then 2, respecting the same stitch, 3 and 4. Then after these 4 double crochet of the edge, we will continue again making the mesh stitch. So 2 chains, and we are going to make double crochet over double crochet, then 2 chains, again double crochet, then 2 chains, and again double crochet, and like this the whole row. And in the edge we will repeat the 4 double crochet in relief too. So like this is how we are going to continue making more rows until you have around 20 rows following this stitch. Look, I get ahead and I follow the same stitch, and without counting the elastic we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20 rows. I will measure it, so give me a sec. So well, from the elastic to here, the last row I made, I have 28 centimeters. Let me show you. You see? And I have 50 centimeters of width. Well, with 20 rows of mesh stitch, we have 28 centimeters. So well, I will leave this piece in hold. I will cut the thread, and now I'm going to make a piece like this one, but with the half of the number of the base chains I made. So for this piece, I'm just going to make 50 chains. Then 2 chains more, so we can start with the edge. Then 3 chains more, so this will be the first double crochet. Now count 3, and in the 4th we will start making the next double crochet. And like this we are going to continue making 1 double crochet in each chain. Then at the end of the row we will repeat what we made here. Remember, we made this elastic and we took 1 stitch in the front and 1 stitch in the back, and we made 3 rows like this. And then after these rows we continue making 20 rows more, respecting the 4 double crochets in the beginning and at the end of each row. Well, look, I finished, so I repeat the same but just with the half number of stitches. As you could see, I finished making 20 rows, respecting the stitches at the beginning and at the end of the row. So this will be the first part of the front with just 50 chains as a base chains, remember. But well, we are going to repeat one piece like this one, exactly the same, with the same number of chains, with the same number of rows and everything. We'll see you when we have these pieces ready. Well, I finished the 2 fronts, and now I have here, I already placed 1 front and the back, and I will join these 2 pieces first. So I'm going to start with the row as I started, and here I'm going to continue with the mesh stitch to join. But I will show you, if you want here, you can put a marker so we can know where we are going to join. So we will start the same the row, and we will continue with the stitch until here. So see you here, okay? Well, we are here and I'm still thinking how I'm going to join. I think I'm going to continue with the same stitch. I'm going to respect these stitches that I have, and I will follow the same stitch to join. So I think that it's the best option. So let me start here making the double crochet in relief. Remember, we are alternating and we are going to respect as it goes. So once we are going to place the hook in the back and once in front, and right away without making chain, I will insert the hook in the next double crochet and I will make the stitch as it goes. So like this is how we are going to join. Remember, I'm joining one of the fronts with the one side of the back, and then after this double crochet I'm going to continue with the mesh stitch. So you see how we join. I will show you how we are going to continue in the next row. I still don't know how we are going to make it, but for now let's finish the mesh stitch, and once we arrive to the other side of the back, we are going to place the second front and we are going to repeat and join the same like we made with the other side. Okay, so see you there. Let's finish this row first. Okay, so see you there. So we are here, so you should have something like this. I already joined, as you could see. I respect the mesh stitch and everything. From now on, we are just going to make these 4 double crochet in relief at the beginning and at the end, and here where we join, we are going to continue making the mesh stitch. So I think we are going to continue like this for 20 rows more, like the piece we made here, so we can arrive to the armhole, and right there I will show you how we are going to continue. So for now, see you there. Well, I will stop here. Here where I joined, I made 3 mesh over the join, and I repeat the same in the other side, in the other join. You see, I made 3 squares. Okay, so I think that with this information now you can continue with the rest of the row. Remember, we are going to still respect the 4 double crochet in relief in each side at the beginning and at the end of the row these stitches. Okay, so we are going to continue making around 15 or 20 rows more until the armhole. Well, look, I made 18 rows from the join to here, and I will leave it like this. Now, with a marker, we are going to point it out, the exact half of the whole vest. And from the half, we are going to take the 4th part and we are going to place a marker right there. So these 2 pieces will be the front and the piece of the middle will be the back. Once we make this division, we are going to start with the top of the vest. So I will show you how we are going to make it. We are going to reduce the mesh, but just give me a sec and I will show you, okay? Well, we will continue respecting the first 4 double crochet in relief, and then after this, we are going to reduce the first mesh, the first squares. So well, first we are going to make the 4 double crochet. So we will go up with 3 chains, then we will respect as it goes. We are going to place once the hook in the back, then in front, then in the back, and then in front. So here we have the 4 double crochet off the edge, and now this is how we are going to reduce. Here we are supposed to make 2 chains, but instead we are going to continue right away with the next double crochet, like this. You see, this is how we are going to reduce. Now, after this first reduction, we are going to continue the same, making 2 chains and double crochet until here. Look, this is where the marker is, so after the marker we will count 1, 2, 3, 4 squares and see you here to teach you how we are going to continue. Well, we are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when we are about to start the 5th square, right here, we are going to take the first double crochet in relief, then 2 double crochet inside, and the last double crochet over the last one. Okay? And this will be the armhole. Then turn around and let's start the same. Making the 4 double crochet in relief, also alternating. And here in this row we won't reduce, so we will continue with the same squares that we have. So after the 4 double crochet, 2 chains, and now we are going to continue with the mesh stitch. So see you in the other side where we are reducing. Remember that in this side is where our neck will be. So we are making the V-neck, the shape of the V-neck. So see you there. For now, let's continue like this. Look, this is what we made when we start the row right here. Remember, without making a chain, we continue right away with the next stitch. But now, at the end, we are going to finish with 2 chains, and right away we are going to continue with the next 4 double crochet in relief. By making the 2 chains, here we respect the mesh. You see, here is where we reduce, so we respect it, and then we continue with the 4 double crochet of the edge. And well, now like we are about to start with the next row, we are going to reduce again. So turn around. So make the first double crochet of the edge. As you could see, we are making here on this side the neckline. Remember that the other side is where the armhole goes, and here we are going to continue straight. And like we are here is where we are going to reduce. So without making a chain, we are going to make the first double crochet over the last double crochet like this. So here we reduced. It will go like this. So here we reduce, then we keep, reduce, and then we will keep it when we came back. So just at the beginning of the row, in this side is where we are going to reduce. Well, this is how we are going to continue making more rows just in this first front. And then I will show you how we are going to continue with the back and with the second front, and how we are going to make the shoulders. For now, let's make as many rows as we need from the armhole to the shoulders, okay? It's important that we keep making the stitch loose so it will look at the end more beautiful. I will give you a quick tip. Where we are going to reduce, we will use a marker, and where we are going to continue straight, we won't. I have to confess that I was making this mistake. I was reducing in this side, but no, okay? Please be careful, and that's why I decided to put a marker here where I'm going to reduce. Remember, when we came back, we are going to keep the square, and when we start the row, we are going to reduce. So look, here I'm about to start, so after this 4 double crochet without making a chain, I will continue with the next double crochet. Well, look, from the armhole to the shoulders, I made 28 rows, okay? As you see, here's where I reduce, I have the neckline, and here I continue straight. I will measure so you can have a reference, and we are going to repeat the same in the other front, in the second front. So well, for the back, remember, we leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then again after the marker 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and right here we are going to make the back. So we are going to continue with the same stitch in the back until we arrive to the other marker, remember? And for the back, we are going to continue straight, we won't reduce, and we are going to make the same number of rows that we made in both fronts. Okay, so I will get ahead and see you there when we have the 3 pieces ready. I will stop here, okay? Before we start with the back, we are going to make a double crochet row just here in this space where the armhole will be, so we can have a better finish in this part. So we are going to make double crochet before we start with the rest of the back, just here in the armhole. And also I'm going to reduce a little bit, so this is how I'm going to reduce. So we are going to make 2 double crochet inside, and once we have them, bring them through together. Then 1 over the double crochet, so here we have 2, we are going to bring them through, again 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, bring them through, So each 2 double crochet we are going to bring them through like this, and to bring them through. So this is how we are going to place them. You see how it looks a little bit more tight, and I think it looks good, right? It gives a nice finish to this part. So after this we can continue with the back. Here we are about to arrive to the marker. Well, remember, after the marker, like we leave in the other side, we are going to leave, counting the marker, and after the marker 4 squares. So we will continue with the same stitch that we are making. Remember, we leave, so in the other side we must skip the same number of squares. So here we have 2, 3, and 4 after the marker. And here we are. So we have 4 squares after the marker and 4 squares before the marker, right? Well, then after this we are going to continue with the back. So from here I'm going to make the 4 double crochet that we made at the beginning and at the end of the row. So I'm going to make the first 4 double crochet, and then I will continue with the mesh stitch. So see you 4 squares before the other marker. So here we are 4 squares before the other marker. Here we are in the armhole. Okay, I made and I finished the row making the 4 double crochet off the edge. Now I will turn around and I will continue straight. The other double crochets that we made, we are going to make it when we start with the other front. From now we are just going to continue with the back. So we will go up with 3 chains. We will make the 4 double crochet off the edge in relief 2, once we are going to place the hook in the back and once in front. But after this I think we are going to reduce, so just give me a sec. But yes, guess what? I know that I told you that we are going to continue straight, but I see that the bag is too wide. So we are going to reduce. So after the first double crochet that we made, we are going to reduce. Remember how we reduced? After the 4 double crochet without making the chains, we are going to continue right away. So these 2 chains, we are not going to make it, and then we will continue with the next double crochet, and right there is where we are going to start. And like this we are going to make 2 rows, and in the next row we are going to reduce again. So far we must have something like this. Okay, remember that this is what we made in the other armhole. In this part we continue straight in this part, and then in the other side is where we reduce to have the V neckline. But well, let me make this part and I will show you how I made it. Just a quick reminder, okay? It's important that we keep the 4 double crochet in each edge of the back, and then after 2 rows we are going to reduce. In the next row I'm going to keep with this square because in the last row I reduce it. So I'm going to keep this square, and then I will make 2 rows more, and then in the next row is where I'm going to reduce. But please keep in mind that we must have 4 double crochet at the beginning and at the end. Well, I want you to see this. This is where we were. Remember, this is the armhole. I continue in this side straight. Here I reduce, and well, I get ahead and I made the same in the other side, also in the armhole. You see, here I continue straight, and in the other side I reduce. Now in the back Remember, I wanted to continue straight, but it was too wide. So I reduced. Remember, I continue with the same number for 2 rows, then in the next row I reduce, then 2 more no, then 1 yes. Well then, remember, when I gave you the material list, I told you that you will need 50 grams extra from the material because the material that I have in mind at the beginning wasn't enough. So at the end I add this page color for the shoulders. So please keep this in mind, so when you buy your materials, take into account that you will need 50 grams more from the material that you have considered. But well, beside this, I continue like this. I follow the same instructions, and from the armhole to here I have 28 rows. And I have the same number of rows in both fronts too. And well, once I have these pieces ready, I just joined the shoulders. As you could see, I continue with the mesh stitch, and then here in this part I make the double crochet. I use the same stitch and the same technique that I use here in the armhole, remember? So with this I won't make an extra row to finish, to give it a final touch to my best. I think it's enough with the stitch that I use and to keep with the simplicity of the best. And well, here and again, as I told you, I finished with the 28 rows in each side, and just here on the shoulders I join with an embroidery needle, or you can use your hook too. At the end we are going to iron with plenty of steam, using a protection under, remember, and very kindly and softly we are going to iron. I suggest that the elastic, no, okay, please don't iron the elastic. Well, so what do you think? I hope that you have enjoyed making this vest, and beside all the problems that we have together, I think that we make the best of it, and at the end we have an incredible piece. Please, if you make it, take a picture and tag me. I love to see you wearing these beautiful creations, and I love that you make these pieces for you or to sell. I'm very proud that you start your own business by making what you love to crochet, right? Well, thank you so much for watching the video, sorry. I hope that we can see you soon. I will start sharing more projects like this one that you can wear in both seasons to start making the transition and to make more winter projects in the future, okay? But well, thank you so much. To arrive to the end of the video, we are going to see you soon in the coming videos, okay? Don't forget to give me a like and to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.